So we're recording?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Theft is good, actually.
Always shoplift. Thank you.
Who would like to give a recap of the last session since it has been a while?
5
It's
million
been a
years.
month. It's been a month to the
It's
day.
been 87 years.
Someone's got to do it because I
yeah.
rewatched recently, so that
Then
would
hit
be
it.
cheating. Mm-mm.
Take it away.
Me? I just watched it and
Yeah.
I've already
You
forgotten.
rewatched it.
Go! No,
Yeah,
somebody
you
else.
kind of knocked
God.
yourself out there.
Yeah, you kind of snitched.
Wait, no.
We
did I?
followed the lights.
The shites.
The little shites,
Yeah,
yeah. We
5
followed
little
some little
shites.
shites. And Icar fucked around with some rocks. And Rowan went to a campsite with a fire that kept going out. And used Ixen to relight it, and then she got some fucking chicken wings.
She got bones.
But like the chicken bones, yeah, the
It's a
chicken
wishbone.
bones. Chemo didn't there was no pile of rocks. There's no campfire. There's literally fucking nothing. So we climbed a tree.
I was about to say we learned with chemo gamers don't look up.
Yeah, gamers. Yeah, absolutely. But eventually he did, and he went up and got a pair of gloves that had feathers on it, which is very funny. Max had a Hot Springs anime episode.
And
And
used his ass.
used his
Very
ass to get some
important.
cloth. Yep, very important. Used his ass to get some cloth. Tandor went fishing, ice fishing.
Yeah.
But with their hands,
With fire.
which like Canadians could never. And then we all met up back at the tower and like used a compass thingy to kind of not open the door, but it came out of the door or something. And
Who
it
has
pointed
that, by the way?
southeast.
Who's holding whatever that is?
Last person to have hands on it that you gave a direction was Icar.
So it's like a compass-ish, sort of
Yeah,
looking at.
It's essentially a compass, yeah.
And it's pointing southeast and glows orange, which is Icar's little shite color. And then we went back to town, and on the way, we got some help in figuring out what these fucking items do. And Chemo spied on what happened with Rowan and Ewan, her papa. And turns out that's not shitty chicken bones. It's actually like a fucking bow or some shit. So she feel fucking stupid for complaining about bones, but she got goddamn weapons. And then when we got back to the mainland, you would explain that the lights were like kind of like related to the primal surges, but he doesn't know anything because they've changed and he sucks. And
Okay,
then he fucked off. And my last note is Ewan parts ways with a hug from Rowan. Yay, they made up. Good for them.
Where's
And that's
the
what
point
you
gonna
missed
go?
on Great. I'm gonna give it to the person I feel like needs it most, and that's Riley, because he's British.
He does need a lot of help.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say thanks, but
Hey, bud, you don't have to.
yeah, my presence is enough of one.
That's not what that meant, but okay.
Oh, that's what that means.
Can I hit the sleep rest for the night and then the cup?
Yeah, you can hit your buttons to prep and all that.
They call him the cup.
Hit your buttons to prep.
We're not. Are we
and
consuming
you're-
anything? Any rations?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, you're pretty set for the moment.
Crafting time for me. That was fine. Daily preparations.
Well, while you all do that,
What Indy's doing? What the hell is happening with Indy right now? Game noises.
I'm talking to myself because I'm trying to remember how to play the game.
Ooh.
season 3 character probably. I don't know.
Yes, not. I'm the season 3 character. I'm just a little guy.
Little old lady.
From Pasadena?
Could be. Could be. That might be. You know what? If everyone's gonna be playing like silly little guys, then then I'll have to change it up. But I think I know who my season 3 character is.
God, I am not playing a silly little guy in season 3.
You're gonna play a big lumbering oaf.
No.
That's me, actually.
That is,
You're playing a big lumbering oaf. Play.
If I remember right, Riley's playing the Edgelord.
sad boy, but yes.
Oh, I was gonna say he's playing himself.
Yeah, sad. Deeply.
Oh,
The
Oh.
wholly and deeply. But let me move on so we get the next bit of looking.
Were we out of town before we head off?
You were in Kopito before.
It didn't work. I had to perform the daily crafting. There we go. There.
Because I was gonna sell off. No, probably Rowan probably would keep that bow. Actually, never mind.
It didn't work. No,
What,
I
you're
had
gonna
to-
sell off
oh,
your
no, it worked.
family heirloom there, Rowan? Huh?
I was thinking about it, just a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got your noodles and your lemonade.
Yeah, it worked. I only saw the noodles, so I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but lemonade
Nudes
is.
obtained.
I got my nudes. No big. NBD.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so. On and on the plain stretch, with a dusting of snow, where the rougher grasses won't allow it to stick. The strange disc continues to point towards the northeast, its faint glow pulsing with the same color of light which Ikar had followed. Its exact end is unknown, but those who know what lies beyond the next town are familiar with the possible trials ahead. The uncertainty only rests on one question: what is it pointing towards? Anything you would like to say on your way there? As you are heading towards the next particular route.
I have an out of character question to ask B-Man.
Yes.
Has Rowan, have they gone to his Icar's hometown? Does Rowan know anything about this hometown?
I don't think I would have gone there on purpose.
So then no.
No.
Okay.
Emo will ask because Ikar had said that he thinks he knows what it's pointing towards, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did say that.
He didn't
Demon
necessarily.
company.
He didn't say home though, right?
Yeah. So Chemo on their way, like, so Ikar, you said you think you know where this is pointing to. Where is it pointing to? You think?
Where I grew up.
Well, that's okay.
Why is it pointing to there?
I don't know. I wish it wasn't.
Is there anything we should know before we go there? Before we go to your home? No one I should
mean,
kill?
No, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know.
Yeah, just give
You
us the
banished
signal.
or something?
No, I'm not banished. They're just assholes.
Rowan nods. Rowan knows about the asshole bit of Rowan's family, though, for sure. That's why she was like, "Is there anybody I should kill?"
Where is it you're from? What's it called?
Shit.
Shit. Oh,
Albialdo.
Okay. Can I like roll to see if I've heard of that or something in my travels?
You can give me a society check if you'd like. Totaling on 19. Okay, well now I have to open up a Google Docs to give you the quick. Where is this? I'm looking at. This is the
Google Docs
dossier.
line.
Here we are, the dossier. Alright, so Sabialdo is one of the newest desert settlements on the northeastern coast. It acts as a staging ground to the continent's interior via the river and its sister village, Podzeka.
Okay.
It is
That's all I know.
also where the Circe had first been discovered.
Okay. Okay.
Ikar, remind me again, the vision that you had that we all kind of all experienced. It was all. Did this show where we're going?
No, not really.
Hmm.
No, it showed similar to the terrain of home, but it wasn't exactly home.
Hmm.
Right. Well. Once again, you reach the outpost set away from the mountains, the checkpoint required to make one's way through Podzeka. Shaggy or coated minotaurs continue their works outside, hauling stones and other supplies to make the winter chill more bearable and to keep a way clear for any traffic passing through. How do you intend on approaching this juncture?
I'm fine just like continuing forward. I don't have anything to do in town.
Minotaurs?
This is the spot with the bureaucracy of the passes.
You know how much I love my bureaucracy. You know, I think that there's no harm in just going through as we were before, unless, you know, there's any particular shipments, perhaps, or, you know, something that might require a fine eye and deft hands.
You can give me a particular perception check, or if you want to sort of have a bit of a chat with some folks around a diplomacy, see what might be going on with the various shipments that are going on. See, with a 19. What are you looking out for the most, is the question.
Anything either valuable or like mechanical parts.
Alright, on the former, you do see that at least since when you last had come through, there appear to be some more well-guarded carts, as if they were carrying precious cargo, but not like precious cargo in bulk. These are like smaller carts, probably maybe only bringing one or two things. And why only one or two small things might escape you for the moment.
Hey, Ika,
The yeller.
you'll notice over there, there's a couple of carts that not much going on there, but a lot of people. Catch my drift?
You need a distraction.
Well, I mean, no, I don't need a dish. I don't think we're gonna be robbing it here and you know, in the here and now. But
Yeah, I'm
I
with you.
think maybe we, you know, ask around a bit, try and find out what they're hauling.
I don't think the guards are going to be the best bet.
Can we hear this conversation amongst us all, or no?
You still got some booze. We could probably loosen some of those
Wow.
sailor lips.
Don't
I mean,
know
you
why.
can see them talking, but I don't. Unless you like lean in, you wouldn't be hear it.
I think they're plotting to Kibo and Tandor.
Yeah,
They're
not
they're
wrong.
plotting.
We
I
got
think they're
some like
plotting.
high quality stuff.
What are they plotting?
What do you think Max would be plotting? What kind of shenanigans do you think he would get into, Tandor?
Explosion.
Potentially. That's not too far from, yeah, no, maybe. We might have to do some damage control if that is the case.
Oh.
Well, we better act fast because they're chopping it up back there too.
What do you think they're trying to steal stuff too?
No, I think they're gonna try and run interference on us.
No, they wouldn't do that. They'd be annoyed at the fact that I've caused them problems, but they wouldn't stop me from doing it.
See about that.
Ron,
Yes.
I would be so annoyed at them doing that, and I feel like I would stop Max from doing it.
Yeah, it would be slightly annoying to throw us off track here as we're trying to figure out why we're going back to Ikar's home.
But also, if they find something good, maybe?
Well, okay, so what's the plan here? We're gonna help them to make it a little easier?
I don't know what they're doing. They're sitting over there, making whispers on wind.
Rowan's just gonna walk over and kneel down. Hello, you two.
You know, it's real condescending when you lean down like that.
Would you rather me? Okay, she just stand straight up. Okay, so what are you playing?
I can't hear you from up there.
Jesus, I can never win with you, Max. So she's like kind of half kneeling, but not. Like half.
Walks over, picks up Max, and puts him on their shoulder.
Okay, there you go. Now you can talk.
That's
Now
better.
Rowan's looking up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you planning now? Okay, we need to all
Look.
be on the same page here. So that because we're trying to get to wherever we need to go, because this compass is telling us, and however we can make it easier for you and less of a pain in the ass on all of us.
Look, your skills are needed for a job.
Yeah,
Oh.
there might be something that can help us in the long run. And I'm just using my perceptive eye to have a look at exactly what it is. So, in fact,
Which
actually,
one?
hey, Chemo,
Which one?
come over here.
Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
One second.
Which one?
All right.
Roman, which one?
Chemo,
Boo.
you're a talk guy. People don't immediately hate you.
Yeah.
Me being
I would say
excluded.
so. Oh, Max, you don't hate me.
No, I mean immediately. I hit. Upon meeting you, I was like, no, this is not the guy for me.
Which one?
I don't agree with that.
Which one? Which one?
But essentially, could you maybe find out what those guys are transporting over there?
Which guys? Can you point them out to me?
I mean, I can point them out like, he's like kind of like nudging.
Okay, sure. And Kimo immediately walks over.
Max.
Yeah,
Max, which one?
that one over there. That he's
No,
talking to
you
him.
said perceptive eye. Which one is the perceptive one?
Oh, this one's the perceptive one, and this
Huh.
one's the one that perceives.
Kimo.
Oh, okay.
Just, which one?
So-
Which one?
so
Which one?
Rocky-
Shh.
Yes.
Kimo will immediately walk over to who he is gesturing towards.
Mhm.
Walk up, and I'm so happy that you asked for this because at level 7 I took a new feat called Shameless Request. So I'm just gonna go up and immediately ask him, "Hi, I'm Kimo. I'm just really curious, what's in the crates?"
As I have to read this again. Okay.
I haven't made my request yet.
Yes, that's fine. Alright, so no request, so that'll be a different DC. So could you give me a quick diplomacy check? See exactly the impression to start with.
Are you Chemo or Fithalian?
Kimo.
It's cold.
Brother, I'm a master at diplomacy now.
Just some display pieces.
Ooh, like fancy art or pottery?
Of the like.
Which one?
Can you open up one of the crates so I can see? And that's gonna be my request.
That's gonna be the request. Okay, let's see. DC
I-
by level, thank you. Level based DCs. Level 7. with the ridiculousness for.
If anybody wants to look at it.
I do.
Ooh.
Basically, I can reduce the DC for ridiculousness, and if I fail, it's less catastrophic.
Ooh.
Second. Here we are setting DCs. Thank you. DC adjustments. Thank
Also, who
you.
knew the very first thing I said when we started recording would immediately become relevant?
Very funny, yes. Okay, 3.
I knew.
Alright, so that plus that, that's the DC. Alright, let us get that diplomacy check for your shameless request.
Nice.
You're fine with the 26?
Yeah, I'm not using a
Ooh.
hero point for this.
Okay, good. The DC was 26.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
I can't exactly really show you what the big stuff is, but a little peek in the crate I don't think would hurt too much. As they sort of hop off and they sort of go back and they they sort of pry open part of the crate. And inside, you do see what looks to be, a lot of packed straw and what appears to be sort of a very finely cast urn.
Okay, is it just one crate that they have?
It is just the one crate, yes.
Okay. Wow, that's truly gorgeous. Who's it going to? Like, is it going to a museum? I'd love to be able to see it in full.
Oh, in fact, it is going to a museum. There's it's once every decade or so. There's a call for some particular family heirlooms around the place, and they are brought in, assessed, and put on display.
Can you
Show
point
their
me in the
culture
direction
around
of
the
the
place.
museum?
Oh, it'll be in the Scholars Quarter, up in Podzek. I think the full display will be in a couple, 3 nights' time.
Excellent. I truly appreciate you bending the rules a little bit for me. I promise.
You only just had a small peek. Ain't too much.
Mum's the word. And trots off and relays all of this information.
So they had some more expensive stuff that they weren't ready to show you, but they showed you the small stuff.
Sounds like it.
You said these were family heirlooms that they're putting on display in a museum?
Something like that.
How
Heirlooms
did
were
they
meant to be stolen.
acquire?
Were
My
they?
question is, how were they acquired? Because, oh god, I have a frog in my throat. Because
Oh, the frog get in there.
Yeah,
Frog
ask
get love
nicely.
it. Because museums, they display things that they kind of steal.
That's what I was going to say. I wonder who these
Yeah.
heirlooms belong to, and doesn't sit right with me that usually museums procure things by theft.
Look, all I'm saying is that heirlooms were meant to be stolen because clearly those are families who have wealth.
Remind me to keep my
Interesting.
heirlooms on
And
lockdown.
simply redistributing to those who deserve it. Ergo, me and mine.
Truly, this is a good thing, then.
Yeah, it's not. It wouldn't be stealing. It would be redistributing.
A reacquisition.
That's a big word, Thandor.
I
What
read
what's that supposed to mean?
I
Handle smart.
read a book.
I know.
Once.
I'm just saying that's nice. I'm going to shut up now
Ron,
before
why
I
do you
turn
have
myself
spaghetti on my ears. There's no
I
need
just
for
personally
you
think-
to darken my sunlight. How dare you?
If you are wanting to steal it, you should probably steal it within the next few days before it goes on display, because apparently it has to be looked at and evaluated first.
Well, that's good. That gives me some time to.
Let's- Am I the only one kind of taken aback by Chemo being on board with? Okay.
What?
He
He's a
doesn't like-
he's a
It's
He doesn't like
pacifist.
when we
He's
kill
not a-
people. He doesn't care if we steal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a month. We're all trying our hardest to figure out who we are again.
It's a
Look, I'm
victimless
not-
crime, except for the victims.
I'm not saying that they should go steal it. I'm just know what their general proclivities are and what they're very likely to do. And I would like to reduce the chance, if they are going to go do it, that they get caught, causing us delays further in trying to, figure out what's
Look,
maybe ending
Mm.
the
Mr.
island.
Christmas doesn't stay caught for very long. I mean, what? We were only in prison for like a little bit, and before that, I was only caught for a couple of days at most.
I
And
have
then
a
before
feeling this
that, I was
place's
in a break and I
laws.
shot the guy.
I think this place's laws, based on the bureaucracy, are probably a little bit stricter than where we came from.
You say like where we came from, but we're from two very different places.
Where we met.
Okay, that's valid.
Okay. So
But
what's the plan
I've
here
shot
then?
people in prison for less, so I'm sure we'll be fine.
Listen, if we don't want all of us to go and try to procure the stuff, we should. Some of us stay behind just in case things go a little south.
I can stay behind.
I mean, I'm the one with the little something that can help us get there. So
Was that what all the
I'm down.
explosions and booms were on the ship?
Look, I'm not planning to explode anything or anyone
Good. Good. Good to know.
unless they deserve it.
Planning is the operative word. I mean, it
Exactly.
can't happen.
Especially now, I've invented something that may or may not have explosive properties. But I won't use it here, probably.
I personally am fine with us not trying to steal random artifacts.
Yeah, but if it's really like pretty, I'll give it to you. How about that?
No, I don't. I've already seen it.
Yeah, but like the other ones that you haven't seen.
I would be perfectly fine looking at them in a museum.
Isn't it nicer to look at it in your hands? And then look at it, giving it to a fence to, sell it and get money?
Okay, we don't know whose heirlooms they belong to. There could be a curse. There's an urn. There was an urn.
It's just don't
actually a
break
really
it.
good
That's
point.
rule number one of curses.
Rule number one was don't touch it.
No.
Icar,
Rule
you should
rule
know
number
this
one
rule.
is don't break it. Rule number two is don't touch it without gloves.
Wait, what do you mean, Rowan?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Why should Icar, of all people, know this?
Don't be
Not
touching
touching?
things.
He's touching. He always touches things when he should know not to touch things. Need I remind you of the time he touched something and it just went all to shit? What was this in the fucking undead place? Over here preaching about not touching things and he's touching
I'll do
things.
it
Just-
again.
Being in Crypts was the mistake.
True.
Look, I don't know what's so wrong about crypts. When you can shoot ghosts, they become a lot less scary.
Ghosts shouldn't be ghosts. Dead things should be dead.
Yeah, and that's why I re-kill them.
Dead people should be dead.
I'm glad someone got the reference. Thank you.
It's one of the best lines from Doug.
Look, I need a couple of a little time to make my approach, let's say. So, we can be in town, do a couple of things. We can go shopping. You guys love shopping,
Love a good shopping episode.
and I'm just saying. What do you mean by episode? I won't question that. You
Literally
can
have
decide.
no space to talk. All you do is break the fourth wall.
Everyone's nose is bleeding.
Tendor's having a seizure.
Oh no!
I mean, one of the reasons I'm totally fine with you stealing things is because I'm not really attached to material possessions, so shopping isn't exactly appealing to me, but, whatever.
So
All right, you can go look at some books or something, nerd.
does this mean then we're waiting for them to put this shit out in the museum, or?
No. Okay, so
No, that would be a terrible.
I have one of these, right? And look, come real close while I flash this, all right?
You still on Tandor's shoulders?
Yes.
Is it very small, Max? So when you flash it, it's easy to miss.
Look, I'm called Maximus for a reason, bucko. Now shut the fuck up.
What is
This is an inspector's plate. It's what they use to inspect people's goods.
Okay.
But right now, this one's blank, so I need to, fill it out a little. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just needs to be good enough to fool idiots that we inspect.
Do you think
So I
maybe
need
we
a couple
can
of days to get the doing my
Did-
forging and all that.
do you forge, or should we find someone who has skills with these forgeries?
I don't know the criminal element here, so I'm not willing to trust them. And if I
Mm.
did know them, I would trust them even less. But, you guys can go shopping. Emo can go look at some books and talk to some people. And me and whoever else wants to come can, put the squeeze on some people who have expensive heirlooms.
What is your plan with this inspector's plate? You're gonna pretend to be the inspector to get your
Yeah,
hands
they
on the items,
confiscate it.
and I guess please don't take any offense to this. You think you have the temperament of an inspector of
Yes.
artisan crafts?
I'm actually quite offended by that. That's my whole thing, actually. We had a whole discussion about arts and, the art of crafting.
I'm not doubting your craftsmanship, but there's a difference between somebody that can make impressive equipment and inspectors of art.
No, I'm an inspector of goods. Just in
But
general.
these aren't general goods.
These are,
is
though.
art going in a museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a critical eye, thank you very much. If you're trying to find an excuse to tag along because you think you'll be better, be my guest.
Oh, I'm not volunteering that, and I don't
No,
doubt
it
your
kinda feels like-
ability. I am doubting and
Hmm.
concerned about how you come across to people.
That's incredibly offensive, actually.
Okay, well, I'll be proven
You know,
wrong.
Rowan, I think you've actually managed to be beaten by somebody who has less tact.
I'm just, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this for once.
So will I.
Look,
I'm
Alright.
happy to be proven
who is
wrong,
team
Max.
who is team inspector and who is team big stupid nerd?
Whoa.
Would Skipper is going to pipe up. Would this be a better discussion, say, in a privacy of rooms? And
Ugh.
not
No, we
on
should
the
just
road?
Sitting here talking in front of everybody about
Look,
this. It's
there's a
not
lot of people
possible.
around. They're not going to pay attention to what these fucking idiots are saying.
Yeah, I mean, who
Yeah,
plans
but I'm
a
getting a
heist
little
in the middle
cold
of
here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Let's
okay.
go inside.
Yeah, we can get inside for you.
Alright. The interior of the mountain insulates against the biting chill of the outdoors, and possibly some other mechanisms are at play as the stones feel a little warm underfoot. Plant life sprouts between the cracks of stone unbothered, just like the many homes, inns, and stores of the peoples inside. There is talk of an event coming soon, something which is cause for gathering coin and taking time off. Though the hour grows late, where will you be staying for the evening?
And should we find just like a tavern? And should we get one big room or?
That works. Sure, I guess a tavern, and we'll have a room together. I'm kind of curious as to what people are planning for. What is this event? Is there any signage or?
You can give me a society to gather information, diplomacy to gather information, or an appropriate lore. Whatever that might be.
There we go.
What do we got? We got
27.
with a 27. With a 27, there does seem to be essentially a once in a decade event going on where the museum will be bringing some donated artifacts and heirlooms to put on display from the various cultures around Omonth. This is also an opportunity for those who happen to have, artifacts and heirlooms to have them verified if they were uncertain of their particular history. So not only is it an opportunity to investigate one's heritage a little bit, or see if there was a little bit of a lie about where it may have been procured or what it actually is.
When you say donated, these were quote unquote donated.
Donated as in brought willingly. We're talking like this is an Antiques Roadshow kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like only for the event, and then they're brought back.
Well, that changes things a little.
How so?
No, I mean, no, not. It doesn't really change anything.
I was gonna say, these are still people who are really well off, who are, bringing their relics here and their artifacts and willingly. And all I'm saying is, if you're doing that, you've got money to spare.
Maybe. Or maybe somebody
And
just doesn't
we're
know about their
trying
past,
to we're trying to save people and potentially stop an apocalypse. So I think our needs outweigh those needs.
You're not wrong on that point.
This might be the key to saving, the whole
Taking
whole
heirlooms?
fucking caboodle.
Taking heirlooms is the key.
Yeah.
For some
What if
reason, I
there
highly
was
doubt this,
something in there
but How-
that gives us the ability that we would not have, and that saves our lives later down the line.
another point I cannot argue with.
Look, are we? I just want to know who have I got to work with here? Who is team stealing stuff, and who
I'm
is
in on the
team
robbery,
big
you know
fucking nerd? I mean, I wasn't gonna force you, but I assumed you were probably with me on that one.
It's not to say that I'm against this.
Depending on what you might need, I'd be willing to help.
I have no idea what's going on.
Side eye Kibo again.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just here. And,
Maybe Tandor and I can stay back and make sure everything's cozy and good to go. And if you get yourselves in a pickle, we can unpickle it.
you can't unpickle. Pickling.
Okay,
Shit.
Tandor.
Pickling is a cooking.
Mate, I don't
Once
think
it's
anything
pickled,
needs
you can't
unpickling
unpickle the
here.
pickle. You can't unbrine the cucumber, If it's a pickle, it can go back to cucumber.
Because it's like it's like it's like boiled in there, and then like there's the fermentation. You
I
can't
used the wrong
unferment.
terms then, definitely.
You
So
can
confused.
you cannot untickle the pickle.
You cannot untickle the pickle, Rowan.
I don't want to tickle
No,
pickles.
that attitude.
Yeah, I've been in some encounters where that's just not true.
That's just one doodle you can't undid. But I know what you mean. Yeah, we could sit here, hang out, cook food, take walk.
Yeah, you
Eat
guys figured that out.
strawberries.
Me and the Icon, perhaps even Chemo, will, go and do things.
All right. Well, I assume you will find
Okay.
yourself a little space to. Will it be separate rooms or a single room for folks?
We are poor.
We're in a single room.
We are
Okay.
poor and codependent.
Okay. You say poor and codependent, and then you look at your cashola.
I
gonna say-
said we are poor and codependent.
Mm-hmm. We can get you sort of you can get a basic room that would lodge everybody, for 5 gold a night.
Jeez Louise, we are poor.
Well, that's a
Um,
gold piece per person per night.
Yeah, that's why I say we're poor. 5
Yeah.
gold a night
Yeah, Tando. It's
for one
know,
room?
it's an investment opportunity.
Whose
We're gonna ta-
investment? I'm
we're
not
gonna
building up
take
the landlord's
1 gold per
the
day from each
capital.
of us.
This
This-
is not going to
this-
benefit. If I stay here for a month, I don't get the property increase of the value, you know?
The
You're
This
definitely not
this
staying here
is-
for a month.
no,
I'm
it is a suite that fits 6 for 5 gold a night
Per person or just
total.
total.
Oh,
So it's
this
one for
is
each.
fine.
1
Yeah.
gold each for a
We
night.
may just be here for a night, depending on how things go with these 3.
Oh gods. How many gold is in the platinum?
10.
That's why I say we are poor. Do the
Well,
math.
They could come back with something
We are
that's,
hovering
that's,
above the poverty line at all
Oh.
times.
Oh right, I forgot. I still need to send this cash your way. So enjoy.
Oh,
you. The
God
6
has
PPs.
blessed us. The gods have blessed us.
I forgot to
Because I
distribute the
pointed
cash
out
from last time.
capitalism.
Tendor, we might be
Say,
spending
yell
money.
God about capitalism. He will grant you money.
Tendor.
Huh?
They
Huh?
could come back with something that will make up for this loss, okay?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, Max is sitting there and saying that this is an investment. It's not. Who's
It's
investing?
absolutely an investment.
Yeah.
It could be. You could
I
you could
mean,
go and
you
steal
know.
something that is completely useless to our
Right.
endeavors, you know?
So, is everyone going to be contributing equally, or will be somebody footing the single bill for the night?
I'll pop the first night.
Okay. Cool. You may remove 5 gold from your inventory as I move us here. Once you do pay your coin for your accommodation, there is a high nasal tone which rises off from a corner. No. Now look at that, sister. No faker thinks he's a big shot. To follow, a more glottal pitch response. Oh, now ain't that just sad as his last lot, sister? Bet he hasn't even told him what happened to them. Unreliable brother of ours. You turn your heads to see goblin maids dressed in what you could call fitting outfits. Their sense of style and color clashing as they push their way forwards, looking down their noses at one of you in particular. Ikar, how do you greet your siblings.
I just keep talking to Max. I act like I don't see him.
We have 1.
Hmm.
And 2.
I would like to throw perception real quick on Rowan to see if I pick up on what's going down right here, because she's heard some stories.
You may. With a 27, Bayman, give Adri 2 things about your sisters.
They talk a lot, a whole lot, and it's a lot of shit. First of all,
and it's aimed towards Ikar. That's the first clue right there.
Yeah, when I was little, they put what would be something super spicy in this world. We'll say ghost peppers in my food without telling me,
Dead things should be dead.
and
Ghost
then
peppers.
just laughed their asses off as I was heaving in the privy. They're obnoxious.
Rowan looks like she smelled something stanky now, her face. Looking over
Yeah.
to them and then back to Ikar. So these are the 2, yeah? That you spoke a bit about when you were back at the home, yes?
Just act like you don't see them. Maybe they'll go away.
Well, we'll ourselves go away for a little bit as we have our first little break.
Good, because my headset's doing something really fucking
Okay.
stupid.
And I'm pausing. Whee!
Alright, I'm pausing. So, Ikar, how do you greet your siblings now
He's
that they
ignoring
have
them.
And I'm pretending they're not there. I'm
Oh,
carrying on
that-
my conversation with my companions.
well, they have already waltzed up, and it's like, oh, he must have rocks in his ears like last time. Oh, we made sure there weren't no rocks last time. Had to make sure the big ones were out first, so. Oh, ain't even gonna talk to your family, are you that much of a rude little bastard?
Now everybody knows.
Hey guys, this is Amber and Rosia. They're bitches that were born along with me.
You're Ika, who had the privilege to be born alongside us.
What a privilege it was.
Well, it's funny we do see you here and you will get none of the pleasure of staying. We brought something, and we're seeing it assessed. And we think it's gonna be the highlight of the museum. Oh, it was so easy to find. We just dug around your own room, pulled up a couple of boards, and would you look at that? We found one of Dad's old chests under your room.
I know of what they're referring.
You can give me a perception check, just to as a bit of recollection.
Nice.
You know from the barest memories of what your father had done is that he was the type to put funds and emergency contingencies everywhere. And from one of his things is probably a small chest, maybe no larger than a foot on a side, and you remember he put a rock in there. A rock that had some very curious carvings on it, and didn't appear to be like a normal rock. It was a material that you didn't quite understand what it could be at a time. And it seems to be that is what they brought. And if it looks like it's a good sell, then we might just pawn it off too once we know how good it is. But it might just be as useless as the rock that fell off, and it's you, brother. The chip doesn't fall too far.
Now, when you said that, were you attempting to show a thing?
No,
Okay.
not that. But the stone that you remember your father putting in a chest and under the boards of your room, it sounds like they have found that contingency your father put down a long while ago.
I'm sure you've already burned through the gold.
They might already have. Who knows?
Let me see that rock.
You can see it with the rest of the fools in the museum in a couple days. Only thing you get to see, if you get off your high little horse, short as it is if you want to see Ma.
I'll take you up on that.
Okay. And they'll sort of grin between them, step to each side, loop an arm under each of your armpits, and essentially pull you up to drag you over to the table that they were at before.
Whoa.
Get your fucking hands off me.
And sort of staring into the bowl of soup, a distant gaze and a confused look on their face.
How you doing, Ma?
There's a pause, like, and a look, and a way too much further pause before it's like, oh, Lily, how you?
I'm getting by.
Oh, your sisters fetched you. You wandered off again, didn't you?
Yeah, for a few years.
No, it's only been a few minutes. We just out shopping.
Oh, you've lost your shit.
No, I've got all I got on me. Got my purse. Got my cudgel. Self-defense, always gotta have that. Girls got their purses. Got the fare. Yeah, no, nothing's lost here, Icky.
No, just your damn mind. It's alright. It's alright, Ma. Don't worry about it.
Are they within earshot of the rest of us?
They talk loud, no?
They talk loud.
They are loud.
They are loud.
Kima just leans over to Rowan. She called him Icky.
She did, didn't she?
I heard that. Oh my god. No nickname.
Hey, don't you fucking use that against him. Clearly he's not comfortable with that shit.
Okay, Maxie.
Nope.
Who
That's
are you?
way more offensive.
Oh. She called you Biggie.
At least call me Maxie. Maxie, you fuck.
You gotta double it up.
Icar's not making any, like, gestures or expressions towards the rest of us to, like, come save me or just leave it or...
No, I'm kind of mourning the loss of my mom's mind at the moment.
Come on, Icky, sit by your ma. I'll feed you some soup.
Alright, I sit down and I wave the folks over.
Rowan's, like, the first to stand and stomps over
Chemo, it's best if I'm not seen with you guys, if I'm gonna be potentially stealing from them.
That's probably a good idea. You know, you should really learn to have other forms. It's super useful.
I do. What's this? He takes his hat off and
Yep.
walks to the bar.
And Kimo just walks over to the table and just, I wonder where Max went.
Who?
Rowan's gonna walk over and hold a hand out to the sisters.
They're
Still
just
with like
gonna-
a stank face.
I'm shaking my head looking at Rowan.
Yeah, they're gonna, they just sort of have one hand primly on the other for each of them, almost like the snobbest, gobbest sort of look, as if they are higher society than you are. It's like, oh, that style's from 10 seasons ago. It's not even vintage yet. No, it's just in poor taste. And look at the way her clothes are kept. Oh, being torn at the threads.
How much you spend on those wigs? Yeah, it was too much.
Oh! You must be the sisters I've heard so much about. Rowan
You
forces
must
a-
be the tramp we've heard nothing about.
Rowan's like gritting her teeth. And this is your mother, Ikar?
Me my.
And there is a little whoosh sound as a shaky hand is traveling a spoonful of soup to your mouth, Ikar.
I play along. She's lost her shit. I feel bad about it.
I love everything that's happening right now so much.
So what brings
Shit,
the
if I'd
three
have
of
known
you
you
here?
guys were gonna be here, I'd have got Ma something. Specifically Ma.
Say it again, say it again.
I said if I'd known y'all was gonna be here, I would have got Ma something.
Oh, well, you're just a gift, aren't you, Icky?
Rowan tries so hard not to die of laughter suddenly.
No. Just you being back is enough for Ma, much as you run off. At least you're still in one piece. You're done playing your games, tromping around playing Venture.
I sure am not.
Oh, no wonder you ain't got no hair on your head. You ain't never grown up.
Haven't bought a wig neither. We know good and well you don't grow hair.
Maybe on your side.
Does Rowan know Ikar's mother's name? Would she know it? Beeman?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
mother's
that'd be
name
good.
is Hema.
Rowan sits across from Hema. So, Hema, what brings you and your your daughters? Is this Podzeka?
Yes.
What brings you to Podzeka?
Oh, we're just in the markets doing a little shopping as the family, Nice little outing. Just, I'm trying to find the word. What's the name?
Ooh, can I rewind and say that Rowan would have greeted Hema in Goblin?
Sure.
Yeah, that entire bit just now was definitely in Goblin.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
And Rowan's not too fluent. She sounds a little clumsy talking to them.
Mm-hmm. And the sisters will sort of audibly snort at the bad accents. And Hina will respond as like, just doing a little shopping. Oh, you know when the father's out, you gotta keep the kids all busy.
Oh.
It's not often. Not often, but he goes out, he works, he does good.
Kids, they're fucking grown.
Rowan's unsure of whether or not to ask about the shopping versus the, they brought something.
Yeah, does Ma even know that they brought the rock?
Doesn't seem she really has the presence or sense of mind that they brought a thing. You probably think she doesn't even know what the current year is,
Yeah,
given
no,
how
she
she's
thinks
treating
I've been
you.
gone for minutes, yeah, and like a kid.
Mm-hmm. Any further interactions or questions?
I'm
Yes.
gonna ask my sisters how long she's been like this.
How long have you since left?
Probably about 4 years.
Only the past couple since you left.
You do hit her head?
No. She was just digging through things. There was a small crash, and now she's like this.
Did hit her head. All right.
No blood, brother. No blood at all.
Yeah, some blood.
Chemo looked to Kima and say, "Ma'am, I am a recent friend of your son's, and I would love to know everything about when he was just a young little icky."
Oh, please give me a diplomacy check, thank you. This will be a very easy one. What we got here?
And upon hearing you say icky, I fucking sneer.
Side eye,
Okay.
scared for Kibo.
Okay. Well, for one, you interesting fuzzy friend of his. He always would love to get into the armors, even though his head was too small for it. So sometimes he would, sometimes he'd try to pop on a helmet and go right over his shoulders. He was always a little one, my little icky.
Tandor seeing, basically the equivalent of a BB, I think is going to ask her just like if she needs anything, if she wants anything, food, drink, and just call her BB.
Oh no, I'm fine, I'm just good. We do need to probably get back soon. We need to get back to shopping again. We just needed to stop in for a little bite and then back to our shopping. You know how we be. Goblins be shopping.
Goblins do be shopping.
BB, do you have a shawl?
Oh, I've got one tucked away somewhere.
Okay, make sure you bundle up, okay?
Oh, it's plenty warm, dear.
I know, just be, weather changes.
I'll keep in mind,
What is it that you're shopping for?
And there's like a lick of the lips, and then there's a pause as the eyes go vacant a while. And then they come back into focus. Oh, Icky, you're back. You toddled off and wandered a bit from us. Did you like some soup?
No, thank you, Ma. I've had my fill.
All right, well, let's go. Amber, Rosia, let's get back to the shopping.
It was an honor and a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
And she sort of nods as Amber and Rosia take her hands. And it was an absolute distaste to meet yours. You
Full
look
on
like
anime,
you.
jaw drop to the floor.
And that was one of the sisters speaking.
Oh.
It's like, you look like you could be stuffed over someone's shoulder and still be out of fashion.
Chemo is bowing down slightly to Ikar's mom, and as he raises his head, looks back over at the sister that just said that, and tries to do a predatory snarl and a glare. Can I do an intimidation?
You can give me an intimidation check, yes.
This used to be so much easier as Vrakt. I'll take it.
The bullying sisters are made of sterner stuff, and they seem to laugh at your attempt. Oh, now it'll look even worse as a stall, all that hair standing up on end. And then Hema, Amber, and Rosia are out.
Have the day that you deserve.
The moment they turn to leave, I head over to Max at the bar, and I tell him, there's a new plan. We need to rob my sisters. Immediately.
What was that?
What was the plan?
Immediately?
Immediately.
What are you doing?
Say it one more time for God.
Immediately.
Well, before that,
What's the new plan?
We're robbing my sisters. We're taking that rock. They're not getting it appraised for shit. They can fuck off.
You know, there's two things. I'll open with, the lighter-hearted one first. The one time that there's talk about fashion and I'm not involved, I was very hurt by that. The other is, sorry about your ma. That's,
Yeah.
I've been through similar.
She never had a whole lot of sense, but now she's got none, and it's a shame.
so
Icar,
that...
your sisters suck.
They do. Yeah, they're terrible fucking people.
Mhm.
That's why we're going to rob them.
All right,
Immediately.
well,
It's fine, they
Chemo
didn't
is
see me.
Chemo is fully in now.
Tandor and I don't have to wait back here at the inn. We can, whatever you need us to do, Ikar.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, we need
and
to follow
thus the
them.
plan was a success to get the whole party involved in crime. All right, well, I suppose, how are each of you going to make your preparations? Is the question.
That is on Max and Icar to make plans.
All right, Ocean's End, 4'11". How's it going?
That's the title of this one.
Rocky, how long you been sitting on
he's
that
had that one for a while.
How long has that been in the chamber,
Not-
bud?
Not actually. That was a just now one.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
Well,
Actually, it probably should be like Ocean's 2 foot or 3'11", given their size. Anyways,
do I know which one of them has the rock?
you don't. You feel that they would have had it in their possession, so they may have already taken it to be assessed. And now it's just in the process at the museum.
Okay.
So we're all huddled at the bar. Making
And they're
plans.
going to be assessed by whom?
Who knows?
I mean,
I mean,
hey,
I know a guy with a pass.
yeah, if all things go all correct, then I know a certain somebody who will be assessing it.
There is also, if you wanted to, do a full. Well, I guess yeah. That would be a way to prep to sort of figure out where the rock is.
Can we ask anybody at the bar, like if they know where we need to go?
Well,
mean,
they'll be
it's
able to
the
direct you
museum.
towards
Do
the
you know of a
museum.
rock?
Do you know of a rock? Not the rock. We're not asking about the rock.
Oh, okay. Do you know Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Who's that, Tandor?
The Rock.
The rock?
The Rock.
Not a rock, like the one
No,
around
the
Chemo's
rock.
neck. The rock.
Of course,
It's a girl.
Tandor likes the rock, which is the one that is cooking.
Yeah, the
You
big
smell
soup.
it?
We're supposed to
Oh, soup,
smell what he's
motherfucker.
cooking? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a chef. His name is The Rock. Okay. He's big. He's giant. He makes big soup. And you can smell what he is cooking from far away.
He is more than likely an Oriad of some sort.
He also has destroyed small islands.
Haven't we all?
True.
Okay, well,
That was a great fucking
Alright,
joke.
Chemo,
Okay.
you're a bit of a rock connoisseur, no?
No.
You've got a rock on your fucking necklace, and you talk about fucking craftsmanship and whatnot. You like rocks. You're a rock guy now.
You will notice it is a very basic, uninteresting rock that you would just find.
Is it a magic rock?
No, it's just pet rock.
Did you say pet rock?
Yeah, it's pet rock.
This is your pet? Pointing at Rock at the round neck.
Yeah, what's his name? Rock?
Is it Dwayne?
Pet rock.
His name's Pet?
That's weird.
I don't know how many times I'd
because
say
Yeah,
this.
that's a little
It's
weird,
You're a poet.
it's
actually.
a little
And you
weird.
named
His
your
name
pet
should be like
Pet.
Greg.
It's pet rock.
It should be like, Gene.
Okay, so
That's
you're
not
the
a
rock
thing.
expert. With your pet
Yeah,
rock.
you know.
Again, I can't stress enough that I am a poet.
Yeah, you
I'm an
can talk
appreciator of
fancy about
music.
rocks.
I can.
And you had the creativity to name your pet rock Pet.
Pet rock. Pet
I
rock.
didn't name
Yeah,
it.
actually, no. Is it Pet or is it Pet Rock? Is
Oh,
the
that's
Pet
the
Rock
name
One
that he
name,
told
two
you it
Rock.
words.
was.
Is it
It's
first name, last
Pet
name?
rock.
Is this the government given name? Pet rock.
There's no government involved in almost anything that I do.
Yeah, amen to that.
The given name then. The pet rock.
I mean, I didn't give it to him.
All right,
He gave-
Chemo,
who gave us? Who
you
gave the
find
rock?
out exactly where and when this this rock is gonna be where it is. Okay, that's your
Um,
job.
I can try. I think I can do that.
You can talk to people.
Yeah, you can do that
I can
diplomatically.
talk.
I
Right,
just want to put
Ika,
this out
what's
here.
you work together with Chemo to find to you relay what you know about this rock, so we know where it might be being stashed, if it's a high value item or not.
I'm on.
What should
I'm
should-
gonna
what should
schmooze
we do?
up one of these inspectors just to get a good look at his plate, so I know what to what to put on mine.
You have myself and Tendor at your disposal.
Yeah, I'm
Mine.
currently trying to think of what you guys could be useful for.
I have telekinetic hand.
Okay, well that's rude. Okay, I have fire. And
W-
also tall.
You know, we might not need fire for this.
But I also have tall.
Tendor does have tall.
I have many tall.
There is the muscle.
And muscle too, not just tall.
All right, Tendo, when it comes to the actual, when it comes to the big play,
Mm.
that's a metaphor, by the way. You can be my bodyguard.
Okay, can I also throw you?
Maybe if it goes to shit.
Okay.
You can absolutely throw my sisters, both of them.
Look, we're gonna
okay,
do
I
big
throw-
one, little
I throw
one, Grift,
everybody,
okay?
Okay, just say the word. Wait, first tell me the word and then say it.
The word is yeet. Yeet.
Yeet. Yeet.
Now, the
Okay,
funniest-
I can remember that.
The funniest thing here is that technically Tandor is an expert on rocks.
I am an expert on rock.
You have a expert in nature.
I am the rock expert. That's how I know about Dwayne the cook.
Right, Rowan. What secret talent haven't you been telling us about that would be useful for intel gathering or,
Well,
you know,
the-
integrating yourself with some people?
I have telekinetic hand.
All right, I'm gonna give you a useless piece of garbage, and you're gonna come get it appraised.
Okay, I can do this.
Let me have a look. You take this and just present it as something, and he's gonna hand over a snare.
Okay, I can work with this.
It is just a pile of gears that doesn't really make much sense to you.
Okay. Just puts it in
Like, it's
satchel.
clearly a contraption of some sort, but you have no idea how you would set it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pretend that I know what the fuck this is.
Look,
also
to
not.
you, it's a pile of magic-imbued gears, okay?
I can go with.
That's
I
all you
can-
need
I
to
can work
know.
with
You-
this, yes.
The whole point is that you're trying to get it appraised.
Right. I've got it.
Okay. So I think everyone has. So either you're preparing via getting the pass ready, or you're scoping out the place in a couple different ways. So let us go with the scoping out group first. So, who is going to be scoping out the museum?
Me and Max, I believe.
I think
Sure.
Max.
Yeah,
I think
it's,
Max has an. Oh yeah, you got an inspector plate there to do. Anybody else?
It's Ikar and Chemo should be going, according to the plan that Max has set out.
And I think Rowan technically too, because they're taking it to get inspected.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be with the two of them, but not with them. You know, just kind of there
Yeah.
to get stuff appraised.
And you know what? How about Tandor also goes in order to sort of just check for, rock experts, see where
I'm the
maybe
expert at rock.
expert.
I know everything about rock. Big, dark, taste weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Well,
I
let
can
us
do.
get to that. Art, artifacts, and volumes of work from throughout the ages are displayed in this wing of the museum. A veritable gallery of history with tasteful lighting provided by artificial means through a combination of illusory and evocative means. Guards keep a close eye on items from rafters and secondary floors, each precious item under the care of the curator and generous benefactors therein. So, first, who would like to go first with their inspection and having a look throughout the place?
Now, Chemo Ikar, should I go first and try to get appraisal, or do you want to kind of hang close but pretend not to know me?
Let me first ask: is this a place where like the general public is walking around?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I think that Rowan, you should go first so we can get an idea of what the process is.
Okay. Rowan's gonna seek out whoever this person or people are that
You
do the
are
appraisal.
put in a line, and from the post that you are looking for, you at least have a half-hour wait to get to the front of the line.
Okay.
Plenty of time to perceive.
Plenty of time to perceive.
Oh yeah,
To look,
Tandor's here
to
as well.
listen.
Tandor, keep an eye out. Rock expert. Chemo, you're demoted.
I was never promoted to rock
You are.
expert.
You are for a moment, against your will, but now Tandor is the expert. Just go with it. Just go with it. Just smile and nod, Chemo.
I'm the
We'll get back to them in a moment. So,
I know, Rock.
set of checks next then. I believe we have Chemo and Ikar. How are you peering about?
think-
I'm looking at where the guards are stationed mainly. What they can see and what they can't.
Okay, let's see. You can give me... I believe this is in this particular instance. You can actually give me some mercenary lore for this.
Yes. I fucking love using my lore skill. But not like that.
Not like that. I love using my mercenary score. Not like that, though.
That'll do.
With a 29, from what you can tell, that there does seem to be a bit of a pattern, and there is enough, at least since the public are here. Of course, there are blind spots for each guard, but there is usually another guard to make up for that blind spot. So everything is at least practically covered, but you know that this is more like, this is sort of the daytime one. This is when you need to be observing people and covering the blind spots. You have a feel that the cycles they're kind of going through might move down by a half to a third once it gets down to sort of a night shift, when you're only having to look out at an empty room. So you do happen to sort of have a mental log, and this will count as a preparation point for later. Now, what about you, Chemo?
Chemo's walking around, pretending to be general public, looking at pieces and stuff.
Mhm.
Mostly, though, he's looking to try to, like, the non-guards that are staff. So, like, trying to figure out, like, what the different people that work at this museum are doing, how they carry themselves, and
Mhm.
also, like, if they have any, like, do they have, like, a name tag or anything like that?
Okay. You can give me society or diplomacy as you sort of have the interactions with them there. There does seem to be a very straight-backed professional attitude, and they do all share sort of like a particular nice code of dress within a certain set of scholarly colors.
What colors?
We are looking at some sort of a deep blue kind of what's the word? Deep blue kind of tunic, sort of
Cerulean.
some form, near ultramarine.
Ooh.
And what, like, what race or what, like, species are these mostly? Or is it a mix?
It is a mix, but there does seem to be a combination of dwarf, gnome, and every rare once in a while. It seems to be more like the on the floor sort of worker folk are dwarf, gnome, and some of the other various shorter races, just so that they have the ability to sort of move through crowds easily, be able to be personable and all that. And for those who are like doing some harder, heavier carrying, you do happen to see the minotaurs, who, despite their size, have an ease of movement among themselves and the crowd.
Okay.
And we may move back to the line. As time will eventually pass, we can have something when it comes to our rock expert.
Yes, it is me, the expert of rock.
Give me a nature check.
I can do that for you. Yes. I am. Oh god, I hit the wrong button. We're all doomed. I know rock.
28. at least seeing the various stoneware kind of pieces, it is either A, from an intricate carve, B, from a particular formation that had been carved or, chiseled into, something like old tablets, things of the like. Or, what stands apart from something else is that there are worked, raw sky ores on display.
Work for what ores?
Worked, raw sky ores, sky stones. Things like,
Ooh.
adamantine and other materials of the like.
Ooh, okay.
So it seems to be that it's either of some cultural significance or some meteorological significance, because it is not often you get something like that co-ration down.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that will be a sort of preparation in the kind of stones that are available, at least. And we get to the front of the line eventually, Rowan. As how are you going to present your piece?
So I have here this great this great piece that was made by my grandfather's grandfather's grandfather, that was passed down for 100 years, and I have no idea what it does. No clue.
Well, eventually it's sort of brought on the table. It's, moved and inspected, passed between a few different folks, and you can see some various cantrip spells, read aura, detect magic, are sort of cast on it. And you were able to sort of see the process in line once you got a little
That's
bit
what I was
closer.
gonna ask about. Is while she's
You-
bullshitting, just look at what
Yep.
their process is.
Yep, you can give me an Arcana check so you can understand the process that they're taking magically here.
Yeah.
So innately they are checking to see if certain things are magical, but then they all are also processing it by, what looks to be like subject matter experts in certain sets of history, and eventually they do bring you back the bits of the snare. Is like, I think your grandfather's grandfather may have been deceived.
No.
This is a mundane set of junk.
You're telling me this is a pile of garbage? There's no way. No way.
It happens more often than you think. Sometimes what we believe we see is not truly what is there.
Wow. Wow. This is shit. Should I make a commotion? This is so shit. Oh.
And there's a bit of a smile. Please lower your voice or be escorted.
I feel betrayed, the betrayal.
You're holding up the line, ma'am.
Do you feel betrayed? Am I the only one who feels betrayed by this bullshit?
And there is a puff of warm breath on the back of your neck in a huff.
Oh.
As there is a Minotaur security.
Hi.
Is there problem?
I should take this up with my grandfather's grandfather, yes? No need to make a scene, right? Let me just take my pile of garbage. No need to escort me out. I'm fine. This is fine.
And there's just a nod and watching you leave.
Just gonna look over to Akar, Chemo, and Tandor. Nod.
Nod.
And,
Shrug.
and our little master forger, you'd be able to have a look around. I'll need a perception check first. Your task is a bit more complicated. I'll need a perception check first.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Well,
that.
well, not only are you able to sort of, well, give me a deception immediately. Give me a, sorry. You have two routes. You can either try to remember it and go by memory, or you could try something a little riskier and get a quick charcoal rubbing of another's plate who has been idly set aside as momentary distraction in order to lower the DC for the forgery. So it's either take what you can for a higher DC forgery, or take a risk to get a charcoal rubbing and have a lower DC forgery but potentially be caught.
I'll take the risk, absolutely.
Taking the risk, give me a crafting check then.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Damn.
Well, you are able to take the rubbing, and you are able to sort of eventually. It will take, given what you know of the materials and what you are seeing with this plate and the time frame, I will be needing a deception check as you make the forgery. But it will be pretty much a whole day and a bit. But by the time, pretty much it's going to be the day until the day before that,
Let's not worry about that. Let's go with the 32 instead.
There you go.
let's go with the 32 instead, yes. So 32, you are able to make your own custom duplicates. And your inspector badge will be available for by the time it is the night before the big display. And because we have been going enough for this fun little bit of preparation, we're going to have our next break,
Woo! Good.
and then we get on to the heist itself.
Ooh.
Fun stuff.
Let us move on to our heist, shall we?
Hey, how about you be more depressed a little bit first? Ryan? Ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Let's.
This live play has been brought to you. This actual play has been brought to you by depression. Go get some. What are you doing? Why do you not have any?
If you're watching this,
Depression, not just a winter emotion.
Depression, now for men.
Hey. All right. I have my little notepad here available. And now,
Fucking
The
handy
first
dandy
for this-
notebook ass.
well, you can talk to Pen and Gear Memo Book about that shit. Oh, I
You're
miss
gonna
the
get
old
punished.
Steve.
He's still around. He's still kicking it. He's doing all
Yeah.
these TikToks that make me fucking cry as he just sits there and stares into the camera, and I just feel my soul.
Easiest fucking TikTok monetization ever. You can say,
Mhm.
"Hey, how you doing?" Sit for over 60 seconds. Sorry, continue, Rocky.
It's literally so
That's-
good, and every time I burst into
Eat it
tears
up,
just
eat it up.
watching him nod and actively listen. Sorry, continue.
Anyways, so, as the days pass on by, and you have all made your preparations, how are each of you going to attempt to get to the storage chamber in the back? This is an individual check per person, and you will be dictating
Amy,
how
I
you'll be
just
getting
worked
there.
for-
So, pretty much,
You-
you get to dictate what skill, and I will tell you if that is a standard, easy, hard, very easy, very hard situation. So you have an understanding of around how difficult that skill might be. So this is free form, free flow, as you are attempting to get to the storage room.
Okay, and you said days
From the
go
back of the
by, meaning we
Uh,
could do spell preparation if we needed to.
Yes,
Okay.
Okay.
but new spell preparation if required. So
Mm.
this is the couple days it'll take. Is the
Anyone need any shrinking jam for this?
I do not.
I'm small enough, thank you.
Okie dokie.
In what order are we? Should we roll for that or?
I'll just go down the list, and it will be whatever order I go for this. So, starting first, then we'll start with Max. How are you going to be able to sneak into the museum to start the mission? How are you?
Before we set out, I want to grab Echo. You know, as the only person now that this lab with any sense of style, I need your assistance picking out the right outfit to go undercover as.
I believe they were all wearing blue and something else.
So, you know, I you don't tell anyone this. You don't know. You don't show. You not get like a light ride or anything.
When do I talk to people?
Very true. He's gonna take off his hat and his coat, change his shirt, and just put on like a random pair of glasses.
Actually,
Amazing.
What?
Oh,
Kind of like this.
I never recognize you. Perfect.
Good. Very good. What? I pass.
You could say you are passing, yes.
Good. And Max is going to use deception and his forged credentials to just walk in if he can.
all right. Yeah, forge credentials. That would be a hard check. But given your particular preparation, that moves it down to standard.
Deception time.
And I'm not going to say if you want to re-roll that or not. I will simply wait for you to say that is the roll you want to lock in.
No, I'm still gonna re-roll it. There we go. 35 is much more acceptable.
Rocky, can I change my daily crafting?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a couple days. You can change out your
Okay,
crafting.
just making sure.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move next to chemo.
Okay.
So, here's the deal.
Here's the
I
earth.
want to find.
That is a sweet earth.
Round.
I want to find if there is a like side or back door
Mm-hmm.
that has a window and a like guard or something like that
Mm-hmm.
nearby.
There
Is
would
one?
be. There would be a way, sort of, in a sort of tighter back alley.
Okay. And then I have to
Thin window.
ask you a question directly.
Lovely. A direct message. The answer is no.
Damn. Okay. This is fine. So I first am going to cast illusory object.
Mm-hmm.
And I want this to be within sight of this door and window situation and outside.
Yes.
I want it to be a very fine, like high quality, large vase that is shattered into pieces on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
then I'm going to cast Ghost Sound.
Okay.
to mimic the shattering of a large, massive vase, so that it would be loud enough for the guard that is by this door to hear it and then be able to turn and see it.
Okay, I do not require a check. You are using resources, so. And what is the next part from that? As
So
the
the
guard
goal
is
is-
distracted.
I mean, ideally, he's going to come out and see
Yes.
what is happening, and
Yes.
at that point, I will be standing on like the hinge side of the door, and just hoping he doesn't. And actually, I guess I could do one other thing. What kind of guard is this? What is the heritage or ancestry or whatever?
Okay, that's going to be a very good question. Let's pull open my handy dandy chronicle. And we can decide that. Can you roll me a D100? Thank you.
Jeez.
$88. Oh, would you look at that? It's a Minotaur.
Perfect. So tall. That's what I was hoping you would say.
All.
And then I'm going to do one last ability. So instead of actually standing on the side of the hinges, I want to basically cast the ghost sound, laying down prone on the floor, right by where this door is going to open.
Yep.
And right after casting it, if you will allow me, would I be able to do the thing I just messaged you about immediately afterwards?
Given that it would take time for the guard to move from where they were stationed to get to the door to open it, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to change forms into my pest form.
Ooh.
And so
And what does your
I-
pest form appear like?
a small, mostly red-furred fox. So I'm like hunched down onto the ground as low as I can get to try to scamper in under his eyes because he's tall.
You can
To
give
sneak in.
me a stealth check then. This will be this one will count as easy given the setup that you have done.
I'm saying I'm good with that.
All right, well, I will mark down another infiltration point as we move up to Rowan. How are you going to be entering the premises?
Now, do I have to enter, or can I help others out in their pursuit of going in?
Well, if you are only helping others out, then you do not get included further in. Therein does lie the issue. This is an individual thing. If you pass or fail, will only count on the counter of if you get notice or not. So it's essentially
And it's not
there's an
stacking on
awareness.
everybody else's. So far, what's gone on with that? The distractions.
Pretty much it.
So
This
I
is
can't
an
say,
individual.
hey, the distraction that Chemo laid down. Can I go off of that?
Correct. This is an individual effort each.
Let's see then. Maybe then. I guess distraction for a guard at the entrance would be maybe telekinetic hand to slap the shit out of them. I don't know. Slap on the bum to get their attention.
Okay. You can give me an Arcana check there. We'll call that a hard check. Given the intent here.
I am content with that roll.
Intent. Okay. Well, what you happen to do there is By goosing one of the guards, you cause an argument between the two guards at the front door,
Okay.
which would allow you to slip by into one of the alleyways to
Can
slip
I
further.
cast something on myself before I slip further in?
Sure.
Gecko grip.
Right, you could have actually just cast that, and I would have counted that as a success because,
Mm.
if you use a resource, I can count that as just a success without needing a roll.
Okay.
So,
Then
Gecko Grip will sort of essentially that would have helped a lot more with your check from before.
Oh,
So,
well, they're arguing. It's fine.
they're arguing. It's fine. So yes, that's good. All right. Which moves down to Ikar.
Yeah, that was my plan all along.
Gecko Grip, as you're just gonna.
I was gonna
Open
cast it on
window.
Ikar. I was gonna try.
I know the guard's round, so I just find an open window and climb my ass through.
Yep, spending a resource, that's entirely fine. I will count that as a success. And we now are left with Tandor.
I was going to use my shrinking jam to become Tiny Tandor and see if I
God.
can
Yes.
sneak in through a window, an
Okay.
opening, some kind like that.
I will entirely allow that. You can give me a very easy athletics check to climb up someplace or stealth check to sneak through someplace.
It'll be athletics then. That's probably not gonna do it, huh?
I can't say anything this time around.
Ah! There we go.
I'll do it.
Alright.
Alright, let me use my jam.
Jam has been used, and that's gonna last for a little bit.
Because jelly don't
Wait.
shake.
But he can't jelly a knoll through a door.
Oh, I don't know,
Okay.
dude.
Mhm.
Marmalade.
Not even a creak is heard. With the smooth sliding of a door, as you eventually get into the spare storage chamber of the museum's back rooms. To get to the true prize, you must all pass through multiple obstacles without detection. To begin first, you will need to exit the room. I need one person to figure a way out of the room. And folks may assist that individual.
We need to decide the person to get out first.
Well, it's pretty much one person can roll for it. As long as one person succeeds, as long as one person can get out, they can unlock the door
Can
from
I
the
put
other
this
side.
out there? With the gecko grip, would it be an aerobics, acrobatics check, or to just like kind of swing through and figure out the exit? Because I'm a master in acrobatics. I would volunteer this role.
With acrobatics, you could probably be able to get up to some like higher windows to slip out, and with acrobatics, it would be a squeezing through of a tight spot. So
I want to see an
technically, yes.
aerobic check.
No aerobics, yeah.
Fucking Jane Fonda ass.
I was just making a Jane Fonda joke. God
But yeah,
damn it,
I'm
we're
putting
so
that
old.
out there. I've got a master on.
Right, we need to explain that to you.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
you
if
know
you
who
could.
Jane Fonda is? Okay.
Okay, so is anybody going to? Well, I get any assists to Rowan in this particular case.
I am wondering if I could possibly assist via survival in the sense of like what rocks, what stone in the wall or anything looks wobbly, things to avoid as she climbs up.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'm gecko gripped already, so I'd be crawling with her.
Okay, so that would be an assisted athletics or acrobatics from there. But let's do the first assist here before we do the main check. We'll see if it's a plus or minus. So let us get that survival assistance first. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that acrobatics or athletics assist from Icar, so the assist from the secondary gecko.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, any assists from Maximus or Chemo?
I don't really know what assists I can do in fox form right now.
I don't know. Do your fucking poetry lore shit.
And if you don't have an assist that you want to do, then you can just simply say pass, and we will move
Yeah, I'm gonna
on.
pass for now.
I'm gonna pass for now.
Okay. All right, the DCs have been altered. Give me that acrobatics check.
Are you satisfied with that roll?
Do I click reroll and keep the higher result?
You do
Or do
reroll with
Reroll
hero
yours.
point
Yeah.
in this case.
There we go.
Okay. Okay.
It's a lower number, but it's better number.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, homebrew buff.
Homebrew button, very good, very fun. It actually makes the hero points feel like they do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Rowan with a bit of squeeze and contorting, thankfully having the Gecko Grip spell still active, giving you the
Spider ruin. Spider ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch
And
that rock up there. That one's gonna fall. Careful, careful.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost fell down.
the staff hallway lays beyond. There is a subtle bob of light far beyond the furthest corner as the soft sound of footfalls click on the stonework. Which way will you go to proceed, and in what manner? This is an individual challenge each for how you will proceed down the staff hallway.
Damn. Damn.
Are there people in the staff hallway?
You do see that there is a slight bob of light as one of the guards is making their rounds. They have currently already passed by the way the light is bobbing away.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna continue to stay real close down to the ground.
I think I'm gonna stay real
and
high to the ground.
And I've
Yeah,
got
no,
padded
I'm on
feet.
the ceiling.
I've got padded feet, so
Yep.
Gucci.
That's a stealth, that's a stealth, that's a stealth. Max?
I have padded feet too.
Max is just gonna walk like he's meant to be there.
Okay, that'll be a deception. And then what about Tandor?
I think okay. Tandor has padded feet too, so it's not gonna be like clang, clack, clack, clang or anything.
Uh-huh.
I think I was just gonna make a hoof it, but like very specifically that like leaping and bounding that one does to like dart past doors and stuff. Where y'all ever try and jump over puddles when like after a rainstorm and like you have to do that like boing, like you have to spring across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, athletics, in order to
Yeah.
sort of land on spots that likely you won't hear the much shuffling, hitting on
Yeah.
certain spots of the carpet, etc. Okay, so I'll allow an athletics in that regard. Okay, so give me a second here as I make some marks with this.
Also, for the record, for you guys, you didn't see me turn into a fox, so now there is just a fox hanging out nearby.
Hey, look,
Yep.
there's a tiny little knoll running around. So
Yeah, but we've
None of
seen
y'all-
Tiny Tandor before.
okay, but we've
It-
also seen a big fucking fox, and now he's just like a tiny
So,
fox is
so
rocking
none
with
of
us,
you are
2 and
bothered by
2.
the fact that you've been hanging
It's
out with
emo
Chemo
colored. I'm
for,
not
like,
questioning it.
You're a
literal
fucking bird.
months
Anything
now.
can happen, okay?
Rowan's already distracted by another instance of something else.
Like, hey, man, I just work here,
Tiny
okay?
Chemo, okay.
Tiny
Yeah,
chemo, tiny
Max also
Pandora.
looks like a completely different person.
Mm.
Yeah, a completely different person. You're wearing glasses.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Wearing,
fucking
he's got the
Clark-
Clark Kent
Clark
effect.
Kent ass, get out of here.
I gotta be okay with that.
Let me throw
Okay.
an athletic.
As mine, I guess, a stealth check too.
It would be a stealth check, yes.
I guess that'll do.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Wait,
Mm-mm.
why, Rowan? Why can't you? Yeah.
I was hoping it would be an aerobics check, but no.
Well, given that you're climbing on the ceiling, you can't exactly acrobat around that way,
Mm-hmm.
per se.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do cartwheels on the ceiling, sorry.
What? I'm sticky. I can do that. I'm a gecko.
Do cartwheels all the time.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday doing cartwheels.
Yeah, Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rocky. Why don't you pick up a book sometime
Oh.
and like read it? Damn.
Damn, good God.
What is point of gecko? If I cannot gecko like gecko.
Geckos can do cartwheels. Look it up in a typewriter sometime.
Ugh.
What is that from?
That's from New Girl. It's the
Okay, that's what I
the
thought.
little boy at the wedding. He was like, "Yeah, it's called Being on Time. Look it up in a typewriter sometime, old man."
I feel like I'm gonna
One of my
face plant
favorite
with this
insults.
stealth. It's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry.
probably.
I'm just marking awareness points and infiltration points here, so...
I don't like it when you say it like that.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Fine.
As soon as you say "don't worry,"
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Don't
much
worry,
fine.
it's only your life.
don't look down.
Don't worry, says the guy that creates all of my worries.
Yes.
Don't worry,
Oh.
says the man who torments me every week.
Mhm. So now you've reached the main foyer where the patrols are a bit more apparent, and the way through means passing through open spaces at much larger points with little room for cover. How do you take your next step? This will be another individual set of checks here.
Sorry, sorry,
So
I
pretty much
spaced out.
you've reached the main foyer where it's, that wide space where there's only like a few tiny pieces of cover. So you're essentially having to make yourself from, you know how you have like a big main hall?
Yeah.
You're on one side of the main hall, you need to get to the other side of the main hall. How? And we will start with... Let's start with Ikar on this one.
It has been 10 minutes.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Shit, has it been 10 minutes? Fuck.
I
Having
know
to
they're
get
fast.
in, having
That
to get
sucks
out of the
so
room, and
much.
having to do the hallways. Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes.
Oh, that sucks so much. Oh, eat shit, Rocky.
I can't make you breeze by with a single item the whole time. Sorry.
Oh, you're a real rotten butthole, man. Because I was just gonna slump down in corners and just be a
Oh,
pile
my
of
bow.
laundry.
Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna slump down in corners.
Yep, that will be stealth check again, yes. Ikar, what are you thinking?
Yeah. I'm thinking stealth check if I can't find a item that'll help me here.
What are we thinking? I mean,
Looking
again,
through whatever cracks
Yeah.
and crevices I can see. I mean, I know they're patterned, and there's less of them now.
You do have something in your repertoire which could help.
Thinking
few
about
things. Haste would be
or,
something.
warp step.
Haste
it.
and warp step, and you also have a bracelet of dashing.
Oh shit! I forgot about bracelet.
So I mean, if you want to use those and just essentially be a blur,
Okay.
zoom yourself across to be.
In the description for the bracelet of dashing, it says it's jangling. That gives me pause.
that's just
Flavor text.
how it moves. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it means that it's not like a tight fitting bracelet.
All right, so I'm gonna use that dashing,
And then probably warp step or haste.
and then warp step with it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then, since you are trying to make a mad dash, could you give me an athletics check with it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That'll do.
And it will. Okay. And that is the stealth check from Keenwell. Tandor. No longer tiny.
Big Tandor. Stupid question now.
Yes.
Would this community that we are in traditionally be plagued by troll attacks?
I love where this is going.
This is not going to be used, I'm pretty sure, but just in case.
Given that it is an internal mountain community, cavern trolls have been an irritant now and then.
Good to know. Okay, keeping that in mind, I will be attempting a stealth check as well.
Okay.
But my stealth is ass and also shit. So, this is not going to go well for me, everybody.
Oh ass. Oh shit.
I'm not going to risk it for the
You
best.
did.
Yeah, I'm not.
You did. You followed through.
That's just, like, I'm not even going to try. Because if I try and re-roll it, it could be significantly lower.
It could be.
So, we're just stuck with that.
Alright. Alright, I'll come back to that later. Max, what about you?
I mean, he's not changing his approach at all. He's just walking along like he belongs there.
Okay, here. Give me that deception.
He belongs there.
Yep.
You do be belonging.
Okay. And Rowan.
In lieu of the gecko grip, I would like to fly. I guess staying in the rafters, try to remain unseen. So I guess a stealth roll, huh? Which is shit and ass.
Oh, don't worry. It's a lot easier now that, you're using a resource. So, let's get that,
Ugh.
Technically, hold on. Because it's technically via flight, it is technically acrobatics given
Yeah.
move into flight. So,
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah.
I have to-
Ariana Grande. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
No, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so either Rowan or Max, Tandor will be at the nearest point of bumping into a guard. One of you two, given the amount of infiltration points you have now currently accumulated, you may cancel out one awareness point by assisting them in some way if you are willing to make a check for it. So who's going to try to intercept so that
It's been 10 minutes
Andor-
already, you said? My hand, though, since it's sustained, that telekinetic hand, can I use it as a diversion? Somehow, some way, to help out Tandor.
that would be a very hard Arcana check.
Very hard.
Very hard. Max, what would you attempt to do if you were to assist Tandor not gaining notice of a guard?
Give me this. I want to slap another guard.
Or
Yeah, I don't know what you can do without getting rid of his cover.
The only other thing I could think of is if Rowan would like to attempt to carry Tandor in the rafters.
Okay. What would I need to do for that?
That one, I believe, It would be a hard acrobatics.
Oh, I got this. I mean, I didn't for a moment, but
Yeah, you got it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for the attempting to carry Tandor.
Okay.
This
One
five,
hard
5'3", trying to carry a nearly 7 foot. No.
Not tiny anymore.
I am not tiny anymore. No.
Not tiny anymore.
Full size.
And I'm
Tindor.
out of hero points, so I'm gonna have to be okay with that. Oof.
That is an awareness point. Unless Max would like to intervene.
I think his options
And
are going
lose a
even less
preparation.
and less. Because like there's now 2 people that you would have to cover for.
Pretty much this is like a last second effort as you see that trying to pick up Tandor and get high enough out of sight is not going to happen fast enough, so you would need to give me a lovely distraction for the guard in some way. Either by creating a diversion,
Just get their attention. Just talk to
giving
one
them-
of them.
knocking them out, or
Hey,
something of the
hot
sort.
enough for you, you know, and then they'll go. You know, not to be too much.
I am a
Meta
bird
pigeon.
too.
It's just the metagaming pigeon.
Max is going to start absolutely busting it down.
What the fuck?
You didn't have to go so hard.
He's gonna pop and lock it. Absolutely just bust it the fuck down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and knock another one of these off.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
There we
Let's
go.
go.
He's
yeah.
fucking stomp 2.
Okay.
He's
So
stomping the yard right
that particular distraction, it's one of those situations where, you know, you see like someone who thinks they're like, you know, on their own, and then they just listen to something in the air and they sort of dance through, so what they see is an empty space, and that sort of catches the eye of the guard. And sort of seeing like, yes, it's one of the nerds thinking they're all on their own.
Yeah, it's not just like a sneaky little like as they're walking like their bodies. He's popping along. He is full on doing spins.
Yep.
He's busting out every move in the manual.
Yep. Every move in the manual, which is fine, good, and fair enough. Okay. The last room before the vault is now laid before you, but there is no locking mechanism to be seen on the door itself. This is a single person check. To which I will need either a resource and a valid resource, that is, a thievery check, or an arcana check. This will either be a valid resource to make it easy, thievery at very hard, or arcana at hard.
I'll go ahead and throw an arcana.
Is there anyone else?
I can throw an
Yep, take
arcana
it.
at expert.
Let's let Icar have this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Any assists to shift that number?
I'll assist in arcana.
Okay, give me that arcana. All right. Time for me to tabulate things up here. Right. Now, inside the vault, you only have a short while to gather what you're looking for. And you can take 5 items before you risk being spotted with no escape route. That's 1 item apiece. There are pieces of art, precious metals, curious magical items of all shapes and sizes, and other odds and ends which appear to hold great value in its use or potential properties. Which limited amount of things do you pick up with what time you have to spare? As I am just going to be making a quick note here of what folks may be and what items that those might be. I will share later when I grab them, because y'all were able to bust through with enough infiltration points through crits to be able to get an item each that you can pick up, as opposed to just the one.
Hell
So,
yeah.
starting, let's roll a d20, see who gets to pick their thing first.
Oh god.
Nice.
Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, look, we got in with the high numbers. Let's just be happy with these.
Just the 3 stooges sticking themselves in the door right here.
Get out of the way. I'm going to pick. Move.
All right. Rowan, what kind of item would you pick up? This is just a general category. I will find the specific item later.
What were my options? Anything with magic.
Well, there's a lot of things that could be magic. So I could say, are you looking for a piece of art? Are you looking for a ring? A certain worn item, be it a cloak, a helmet, gloves, shoes. Just give me like a general item.
General item.
So like you can give me something like specific, or you can just say a miscellany. And if it's a miscellany, then I get to have a free reign of picking whatever the heck.
I'll give you dealer's choice. Free reign.
Oh, cool. I love a miscellany.
Yeah, I'll give you a miscellany.
All right. Icar.
I just think it's really necessary to
Know
point
your
out
rock.
that miscellany is not a word.
I would have seen this rock that they brought in before.
You would know of the rock, yes. You would also
Yeah.
know of the chest that has that rock. You got the rock.
I got a
got a
rock.
rock.
I got a rock.
Say again.
So the item that I'm looking for would be in addition.
This would be in addition, yes. So you got the rock and then one other thing.
Well, let me take a quick look-see, because I wasn't planning on that. I could do with a helmet.
Helmet. Okay. Of course, I wouldn't count the goal to snag it against y'all. So, helmet. Check. Tandor.
I think Tandor would be interested in something shiny.
Okay. Are we talking jewelry, art,
I think,
some
yeah, jewelry.
jewelry? Okay.
Something super gaudy, I think.
Noted. Chemo.
Would definitely be looking ideally for a book of poetry, but if not, just some kind of book.
A book. Noted.
Nerd.
I think Tandor like just didn't think about getting to this point, you know? And it's just sort of like, what do I grab? I don't know. Fucking shiny thing? Big
Yep.
shiny thing, big gems. I don't know.
Maximus.
Is there any extremely rare like metals in there, either that are like really
Oh, yes.
conductive to magic, or
Yeah, there were the sky rocks, right?
There were some various sky rocks. There does appear to be a couple possibilities as I'm looking through some things here. Okay. Let's see. As I'm going to check something here. you're looking for precious material kind of thing.
Yeah, like a rare metal or
A rare
something
metal.
of that
Okay.
ilk.
Okay.
Like the biggest hunk of the rarest, like, material.
Okay.
Like, even if it's a helmet or like a sword or something that you can melt down.
Okay. So you're looking just for a piece of rare metal.
Specifically, if I can use my knowledge of metals and rare metals for something that is especially conductive to magic.
Conductive to magic. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I fucking knew what I wanted when I was starting this whole thing.
okay. Alright, there is something I know of. I'm just trying to find it. Ah. There it
Really doesn't
is.
look like a pressure plate in the center of this room.
Mm.
Look at that.
Mm.
Alright. Can you give me a crafting check right quick?
Of course.
Nice.
Anything for you,
Nice.
sir.
Nice.
Let's
Nice.
go.
The 20s hit when you're doing crime.
Well. What you look for is not specifically a solid piece of iron, but you find something interesting. A vial of liquid rust red metal. It's rare. It's extremely reactive to magic, even when it's in its solid, alloyable form. You know it from other skilled metallurgists who call it quick iron. And you have heard tell of it. At how it changes into scarlet striations when targeted with magic, which gives it a different name by the same smiths, tiger iron. You have yourself
Ooh. Ah.
a
Ooh.
piece, a small amount of material for some jazette.
Some jizz? What?
Jazette. D-J-E-Z-E-T. Jazette.
I heard jizz too. It's fine.
Thank you.
DJ
Just
Easy.
a little jizz. Just that.
DJ EZET.
Yeah, it's like a EDM slutty ET.
DJ Jizz. I'm tired.
Mm.
Trying my
That's
best.
entirely fine. But I'll figure that out for how you continue along the next way once you do settle yourselves back at the tavern, able to escape from the situation, to lead yourself out, and have some curious materials here. Well, that was very interesting, and so I'll find the various little items that would be appropriate for y'all. And it's going to be very interesting because, fun fact, for Max, there is technically an ammunition that uses Jazette that you would be available to make.
Nice.
With a little bit of time once you break it down and understand how the sky metal works, because it is one of the least understood.
I don't know what I picked up, but it wasn't a wishbone this time.
Oh, it's another wishbone.
Whoop!
Kidding. I'll find.
More bones.
Yeah, you gotta stop picking up bones.
That's on you.
But hopefully y'all enjoy this little bit of a heist and a little bit of a backstory vengeance. And this is still not even to the next little bit of plot here. There's still more.
And we met Icky's family.
That little Icky's family.
There's still a little bit more Icar backstory to explore soon. But that'll be the next set around of things. So a little bit of fun infiltration for y'all for that one.
Yay!
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Season 2, Terra Monstorum.
Yeah.